All right. We doing it.
Check. Are we good? Yeah, that's pretty good. Check.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. I'm like yelling at it. It's pretty good. Actually,
Yeah.
it's picking me up from back here pretty nice too. I
Yeah.
can like talk pretty relaxed.
We're living it. The only thing is like
Awesome.
the noise gate's kind of weird on my thing.
Yeah, so it's like clipping you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Not clipping, but it's cutting.
yeah, you just hear that weird like I
You're
don't
like,
fucking
hey,
know.
and then you're like talking, that cuts.
It worked well enough for the first however many episodes before we started using Sean's computer, so we're gonna fucking rock it with this. So Mikey
good.
Sez
What's
in
up,
the house.
guys? How's it going?
This is a break glass in case of emergency episode.
Yeah.
This is the first Can We Go Downstairs taping of the decade.
Whew. Wow. I feel actually pretty monumental now.
Yeah.
It's the
Fuck
first
yeah.
one of the decade with me and without Sean and Drew.
Yeah. This is a whole bunch of firsts here.
Well, we gotta get it off on the right foot, man.
Sean was felled by illness, and then in catching up with life, he could not be here. Drew had his wisdom teeth taken out.
I've never had to.
Yeah, neither have I. They actually told me I had room for more teeth in my head, so that was a big fuck you moment.
I mean,
Yeah.
who doesn't want more teeth? You know, I don't know. Unless
Yeah.
that's a bad thing. No, is it a bad thing to have your wisdom teeth? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, it depends. I get like I won't disclose his medical history. Also, I don't know it. I think his were like impacting his other teeth. I don't know. I had braces when I was a kid, which you wouldn't be able to tell now because I have a fucking gap between my front teeth. But that's because I should have had this like piece of skin up here lasered.
Oh shit!
'Cause that actually
because
pulls-
it came low. Right?
Yeah, so it pulls my teeth apart.
Mine used to. My gums in between my two front teeth used to come low, but it's naturally just kind of went away.
Yeah, must be nice. For me, they were like, yeah, you should definitely have that lasered off if you notice like it starts to open up after you get your braces off. And then, of course, I forgot about that for years. And I was like, fuck, I should have had that done. But when I had my retainers, spaces grew in, like my wisdom teeth grew in around the retainers. So like it's always a bitch, like keeping the very back of my mouth clean. And at the dentist, I'm always like, can you just take my wisdom teeth out? And they're like, well, why? You take really good care of them. I'm like, but it's fucking uncomfortable. And I hate it.
I don't think I have them. I guess I wouldn't know. I don't really go to the dentist that often.
Oh, dude, you gotta go
Undisclosed.
to the dentist.
Undisclosed.
Oh my God.
But I don't know. I've never had like problems with my teeth. They've always been like fine. Like they never feel uncomfortable. I don't have pains or nothing like that. So I just never kind of go.
Do you floss?
Yeah, every now and then. Usually hurts my gums though.
Because
So
you
I
don't floss enough.
That's what I hear, but I don't know, man. Like they're just like my gums are always sensitive. Like I brush my teeth, and if I brush them too hard, my
Yeah,
gums will bleed.
yeah. I've always
It's
had
just-
sensitive fucking gums.
So I just bring it to that. I mean, I do it every now and then, but I don't do it that often because it just genuinely hurts.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
Especially my front teeth. Instantly touches it, broken. Like I'm like, what the? I don't understand.
Yeah. What the fuck? Oh, I get my text on my computer too. So now, like, all of a sudden, the internet connection is really shitty
Oh, I see.
from like in this corner to the living room. So now, like, all of a sudden, I just got hit with like a fucking bunch of texts at once.
3,000 text messages.
Yeah. But yeah, so to bring it all back, we were in a pinch. We're out of episodes. And Mikey Sez stepped up to the plate. So
Came in clutch.
everybody out there, assuming my phone is still fucking recording.
Squat.
Yeah. Give it up for Mikey Sez.
Yeah. What can I say, man? You know, I just come in when you need me.
Yeah. And, you know, I'm really banking on fucking, you know, people who listen to hear Drew sing or people who listen because they're friends with Sean, whatever. They don't just shut it off because they realize that they're not on.
Yeah, they're
And
like, oh, Sean and Drew's not here.
Yeah.
There
'Cause, like,
goes the content. No.
I have a fear people probably think I'm a fucking pompous asshole, so they might be like, oof, I gotta lay low on that one. But
Hey.
fuck it. It's my house.
I am an asshole.
Oh, well, that's why you're here.
It's just that simple.
Do you have a counterpart to like the Busakian Empire? Like, is there like the Caesarian section or something?
No, but I do have my own Discord.
Oh, okay.
Just like John has like a Discord channel for like Johnny Busak and
Yeah.
stuff. I have a Mikey Sez Discord, which actually brings me to the topic of like I'm trying to get back into like streaming, twitching again. It's just I don't know. For some reason, I don't want to a lot. I don't know why. Like I want to play a game, but I don't want to stream. Or it's like I don't know because I guess I'm like a quiet gamer. Mm-hmm. I don't like talk a lot, so it depends on the game. Like Call of Duty, I'm like concentrating. I'm not really talking, so it's weird for me to play Call of Duty and then look at the chat and answer people, and then not concentrate on the game for a second. Like that's just hard for me. So it has to be like a game that's more like Grand Theft Auto. Mm-hmm. It's a game that's kind of like fucking around, or a game that's more like story based, like Elder Scrolls or Skyrim or something like that. Like something that I can kind of pause, and like not focus for a second and then look at the chat, because whenever I'm playing a game, I always don't pay attention to the chat. So I'm just so engulfed in like the game that I'm playing. So it's just hard. I need to find my own little niche of like what I want to do. Because I like the gaming, but it depends on what it is. I don't know. It's just hard for me. Like, that's why I kind of like the podcast, because it's just like, I don't have to pay attention to some other thing.
You have one focus.
Correct. I'm just talking, and it's just easy. So, I don't know. I actually used to do Tinder streams, which is actually really funny. Really funny. I would like sign into my Tinder account, and we would just swipe, and we would, and I would ask the chat like left or right, or you get that or you get that one profile where it's like multiple chicks in like the first picture, so it's like, oh, who is it? You know what I mean? So you got to play the game of like, all right, guys, let's guess who is the actual girl. Is it the prettiest of the bunch, or is it the not so prettiest of the bunch in that first picture? It's like
legend has always had it that it's the not pretty one.
Yes, exactly.
With the pretty ones,
exactly. Or like the profile that's all face pictures. You're like, whoa, like, oh boy, let's take it easy now. But so then you swipe and you're like, oh, you're like, damn it, no.
We grew up like in the middle of fucking nowhere, and when I was still living up there with my folks, like I tried Tinder briefly, but like you don't get anybody remotely close to you, and also just it was too weird for me.
I used to live I don't know if you know, like the Broad Alban, Amsterdam area.
Oh, okay.
I used to live up there, like Johnstown.
Yeah.
So it's definitely like you got to be on like the 100-mile radius, to get people, But I mean, but I didn't really, Tinder wasn't a thing then, when I was in high school,
Yeah.
So,
well, you're like, you're like 23 or
25.
25. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, when I was in high school, I graduated in 12. So, I mean, even cell phones, I feel like weren't really even like that big of a thing then. Yeah. They were a thing, but it's not like, internet streaming and stuff was still kind of new. That was all after. Like, I remember the first time I made an Instagram was freshman year of college.
Dang.
I know it came out like a year before that.
Oh, I was way late to the game on Instagram. I fucking made one at Sean's parents' house one night. I don't even remember how many years ago, but it was like Instagram was definitely a thing.
Yeah,
and to the party.
And Instagram had like those terrible borders that you could put on everything.
Oh,
I did them to everything. Like the black outline border. I did, like, that was the coolest thing. That was like Photoshop at your fingertip. I mean, that's really what it was. It's just funny. It's so stupid too.
Yeah, I really like the Facebook fucking memories tool, so I can see what a fucking moron I was when I first created Facebook back in 2009.
I got a couple of good ones that popped up the other day. I felt very disappointed in my appearance. Very disappointed.
Oh, I'm not even saying pictures, just like shit I would post. I used to take sports very seriously. I don't anymore. Life has been a lot better since I made that change.
The worst posts are of mine in like high school or just before high school, where it's like you got those like those indirect Facebook posts about girls and shit like that.
Oh yeah.
Like, man, I wish you would text me back, ... hit me up. You know, you're like, dude, that is so lame. Like,
Yeah.
oh my God.
Yeah.
It's terrible. Like, I
That's
look
like-
back, I'm like, thirsty. Like, I'm asking. I want it so bad.
That's like on fucking Instant Messenger.
I hate it.
Fucking on AIM back in the day. Like you
Dude.
put up an away message with like some song lyrics
Yeah.
or like something cryptic all about like, if you only knew how much I'm thinking about you or something.
I miss that shit. Like, I miss like
The
I
teenage
miss
angst.
Yeah, like I miss like going home and like you had to go on AIM to like talk to your friends, or you had to call their house.
Yeah.
Like those were your two decisions.
Yeah.
I mean, I loved it because even I remember MySpace. MySpace didn't even have like did it really have like a direct message thing between
There
people?
were private messages,
Yeah,
but
but I don't
that
think they
wasn't
were a
like,
thing.
yeah, it wasn't like instant
Like you
message.
wouldn't like message your friend on MySpace, which was
it was more
weird
like
because
email,
it was there.
I feel. Yeah.
It was there, but nobody used it like that. Like all you got was messages from Tom.
Yeah.
That was it. That was your whole inbox. It was Tom and like all these random ass like shit. But you used AIM.
Yeah.
I miss MySpace. I wish Facebook was more like MySpace.
Yeah.
Like have like a customized profile.
That was fucking tight.
Dude, that was like coding like for kids.
Oh
back
my
then.
God. I
You
had
go
no
inside your
idea.
profile and like type away and put in like black scale trim and like like do all this crazy stuff, and like you would copy and paste the background onto your profile. Dude, I had like hundreds of songs on my playlist.
Oh
for,
yeah,
like,
that shit was the best.
dude,
'Cause,
like that was iTunes before iTunes was your MySpace.
the
playlist.
MySpace playlist said so much about who you were as a person and what you stood for.
Dude, all mine was like Eminem. It was always Eminem.
Mine was a lot of Rob Zombie.
Yeah.
But
So funny.
I had
love
this
it.
friend Bill who he fucking used to just make MySpace backgrounds all the time. So I used to just get him to make me new backgrounds on the regular. And I remember one time like something fucked up with the server. So like I signed into MySpace, but it was like I signed into some like fat Southern lady's profile, like some lady from like fucking Mississippi or something.
Oops.
And like I clicked like my profile or whatever, and like it was just this like dumpy fucking Southern lady. I was like, what the fuck? My profile's gone. All my friends are gonna think I'm a woman now. And then luckily the internet righted itself. But people were making fun of me because I graduated from high school in 2009, and everyone was like, MySpace, you need to get on Facebook. I was like, what the fuck is Facebook? And then I did it, and bad move, man. I was insufferable on fucking Facebook.
I was late to the Facebook game too. I was always late to all that stuff. For some reason, I never like got into it. I was always like, eh. And then it became popular. And I was like, all right, pretty much.
Yeah, I don't know. Because I always like blogged and shit too. I was always very self-important. So having Facebook, I was like, oh my God, now I can just share all my stupid fucking takes. Oh my God, I'm sorry, this noise gate is fucking up. That's better, I think.
It is better. It's coming in clearer now.
Yeah. Oh, well, shit.
That's
Sorry,
all right.
sorry for those last couple minutes of rough audio.
Sorry, John.
Yeah. If you even actually listen to the episodes, John.
You're just like, what the?
Yeah. What is
fix
this?
That sounds like terrible.
Hey, fuck it. This is what happens when we gotta do this. And like it's great because hopefully this episode doesn't suck. I don't think it does. So
Nah,
far.
that'll be fine. I got so many topics in my head, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, I got like nerd galore going on in my head.
Yeah.
But one more comment about MySpace.
Oh yeah.
How about your best friends?
Oh, the top
Remember how
8.
important that was?
Dude.
I remember it was so funny. The girls you were talking to always wanted to be first.
Yeah.
And that was like a thing. Like they were offended when they weren't first.
I was about to say the ranking of the women.
Yeah.
Was
that
like,
was the biggest thing. Biggest thing. And I remember your top would always increase because you didn't want to like offend anybody.
Yeah,
It
so
was
your
top
8
5,
goes from fucking
or I think it was top 3, 5, 8, and then 10.
Yeah.
And I was always at 10 because and there was always someone that was offended. Always.
Yeah, you got to max it out because you got to
Dude.
show love. They really put you in a fucking bind. And like in high school,
It puts you
You
on
know.
blast too. Like
yeah. Like if you saw yourself,
you're screwed.
If you saw yourself move down a spot in someone's fucking
You're
top,
offended.
Yeah, like it was like,
guys,
oh no.
You guys got into like a little argument at school, and all of a sudden you got downranked. It was like it's like
dude.
ranking in like a video game.
Oh my
god, damn it! Like bad game, and you got downranked. You're like shit.
Like oh my
gotta
god,
work back. I gotta work up my ranking.
You're talking to a girl and you see you like shoot up. You know, there's like her closest girlfriends than you.
You're like,
and then
I'm
another.
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
Then another guy starts fucking talking to her, and like now he's moving up the rankings.
Sneaking up the ranks.
Oh motherfucker,
no! Sabotage him now.
Yeah. Oh man, social media is really like the worst thing to ever fucking happen. I feel bad. I'm saying that without Sean here because I know he and I have discussed it before. I know it's something he feels very strongly about. Like it's great because it connects you with so many people. But at the same time, it's fucking terrible because, like, even just me thinking of all the obnoxious shit I used to post on Facebook and all the fucking stupid sports and political fights I would get in. Like,
I mean, I like it. It keeps me like involved, and it's something to like take my mind off things. You know, whatever. It's something to do.
Yeah.
But I hate how there's so much other stuff that goes along with it. Whether it doesn't matter what side of the fence you're on, political is just all over it. And it's like, I don't want it to be that. I want it to be social media, just like fun, calm, relaxing stuff. And it's just like, it's too serious. Even with like relationships, it's a problem. Mm-hmm. Like you always have to worry about what you're liking and like, you know what I mean? Like stupid things like that, where it's like, you almost don't even mean anything by it, but someone from the outside sees that and they're offended by that. Just like the only reason why you had even way back then, on best friends on MySpace. It's like some huge thing, like monumental, where you're just doing it so you don't offend people.
Yeah.
Really. Like you had your own list, but you put other people in it because they were your friends. You just put them on there because you don't want them to feel left out.
Yeah.
It's just, I hate that, but that will never go away.
Yeah.
It's just always going to be there and you just have to deal with it. Because it's not going anywhere. I'm sorry. Like it's not going anywhere.
No, it's not. Like
remember when Snapchat had your best friends would share your.
I never really got into Snapchat. I never understood it. I worked with somebody. She was a couple years older, and she used to like snap people. We shared an office, and I was like, "What the fuck? Like, isn't Snapchat just for people to send like pee pics? Yeah, and like not get caught?" And she was like, "No, it's for a lot more than that."
Like offended.
Yeah, and like my wife, she just like watches Snap stories and shit all the time. I'm like, people still use this?
Yeah. It's. I mean, I do. It's weird. I definitely use it less now, but I use a lot of it. Like, I don't know. It's kind of like I now don't post things on Facebook ever, ever, even statuses. It's only like every now and then sharing things, something I found funny or interesting, whatever. And then I mostly use Facebook for like communication, talking to people is more what I would use it for. And Instagram is just browsing. I never post on my story on Instagram.
Yeah.
I rarely post pictures unless I go somewhere and then I take a cool picture and then I post it. So that's kind of dead. And then Snapchat is like, that's actually my true like posting of my life. Is you watch my stories about what I'm doing day to day. And that's kind of how I interpret Snapchat. It's kind of like how in the life of Mikey Sez. You know what I mean? Like that kind of, you know, what am I doing day to day? Where am I going? Who am I hanging out with? What I find funny, what I'm doing. You know, I go to family parties. I post things onto Snapchat. I don't post pictures from that party onto Facebook or Instagram.
Interesting.
So, and it's, I don't know, it's interesting. People obviously view it. So that's clearly a popular way that other people see what I'm doing as well. But I rarely ever like send pictures back and forth to people, even specifically. It's more like I saw something funny and I send it to multiple people. That's kind of more, it's almost like I'm sending out a meme that happened in real life to people. So that's kind of what I mainly use it for. But I don't know.
Yeah, I never, like, Drew will send me snaps, but I don't even have, like, notitions on
It's like
Snapchat,
probably stupid shit.
Yeah.
It's stupid shit.
It's like, always, like,
useless.
funny shit.
Yeah, almost useless, but funny. So that's pretty much it.
Yeah, and I feel bad because, like, he'll send me shit, but I won't see it till way after the fact. Like, I remember one time when we were all here taping, I opened up Snapchat and there was like something from some fucking event he had gone to like a month earlier, and I had just never opened his snaps. So it was like nice for him because he got to like relive the experience. But yeah, I should probably check that when we're done taping to see if I have unopened snaps.
But back to what I was saying about the best friends thing. That's kind of where I was going with it. Is that that used to be a huge problem because you could basically click on someone's profile. You know, you kind of like highlight their name and you kind of go to like their profile. You could see who they snapped the most. So that was like really weird.
Yeah, we're
like
getting into some tricky territory.
Yeah,
now.
like now everyone can see who you're Snapchatting.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, especially Snapchat.
Yeah.
As well, because if it's like a girl with a guy,
that's not good.
Come on. Come on. Let's be honest here. Or it's like the dude, it's like all girls. You know what I mean? It's like, it's just funny.
Yeah.
But now that's like removed.
Oh, to protect people.
At least for out in the open. It still exists, but only you can see it.
Oh, okay.
So it's a little bit different. But
yeah, giving you some good cover there.
Yeah. It's funny shit.
That's good. Fuck, I just forgot what I was going to say. It was like tangentially related to that. Oh, so fucking started using WhatsApp. I only used it for when we coordinated with the Broken View for when they were on this. Because I'm like, what the fuck is WhatsApp? Like, this is how out of the loop I am. I'm like, what the hell is that?
WhatsApp has been around for a long time.
Apparently, and Sean was like, basically, it's just for drug dealers and cheaters, but it's good to have like a messaging app. That's
supposedly that was before Facebook Messenger was really big. Because now people use Facebook Messenger for overseas communication.
Oh, interesting.
WhatsApp was that. You use internet to communicate with people. You can do phone calls, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, Facebook Messenger is now that. So it kind of just ate that up. But supposedly it was very, at least from my idea of it, was that it was really big in like Europe and over there. WhatsApp, you know. But like the only time I've ever used WhatsApp was communication with people, like when I was in like a clan back in the day in Call of Duty. I mean, like a group of like 100-something people, we'd communicate on there.
Oh, shit.
Rather than, you know, how else would you communicate? Giving out your number?
Wow. Yeah.
Which is weird.
Fuck that, yeah.
Because then you're in like a big group chat.
Yeah.
And it was also pre-group chat as well. So it's like WhatsApp was good for that purpose. Communication within people that you don't want to hand out your number to. Because you could get like a WhatsApp number.
Oh,
it's like an indirect secondary number.
Huh.
Which is interesting.
Yeah. See, we don't have to worry about this because we're living that iPhone life.
I know, that iPhone life.
iMessage.
Dude, it's the best. It is internet.
Yeah.
Like, that's literally the cool part about iPhones is that it has the benefit of the internet and then it has the fail-safe of text message when you don't have the proper internet connection.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you want that?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like, to me, I can understand you don't like the interface of it and stuff. But what I find the most amusing is that there's always the Android guy that's always like, so you just download that. You download this so you can get that. Yeah, but I don't want to. I don't want to have 10 different apps so I can like communicate with people and stuff like Google like Duo. So you can like communicate with people voice like or like a FaceTime or whatever. No, it's just built in. It is the phone. Like
no, but that's why Droid's so much better, man, because you can customize it to how you want. Yeah,
you just get whatever you want. Yeah, but the iPhone is all that I want. It has it all right there. That's what I like. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's certain things that like, okay, cool. It would be cool on Android to have two different windows open. But I will never use that function.
Yeah.
Ever. I barely use Siri. Barely.
I've never used Siri.
The only time I ever say Siri is when I'm asking her of the time. Or I say something stupid. Like, hey, Siri, do blah, 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 blah. And it's probably going to hear me. Actually, it didn't. Okay. See? Why don't I use it?
Fuck it.
But that's honestly iPhone all the way.
Yeah.
Are they overpriced? Maybe. But they're nice. So that's why they're expensive.
Yeah.
I
mean, I don't know. People are always like, oh, why would you pay that much money? You're getting features that like are so many years old at this point. I'm built into the Apple fucking ecosystem.
Just genuinely enjoy it.
Yeah.
It feels nice to me. Although my laptop broke like a year ago. I had a MacBook Pro. I had it for like 6 years. That thing was going strong.
Yeah.
And it just went. The battery's dead on. I tried to swap it. It was like impossible. It was like the gen that you couldn't just take out the battery.
Oh no.
You had to take the computer apart. And it was just bad. Bad time. So I ended up buying a new laptop. But I kind of wanted to use it for gaming as well.
Oh yeah, I remember you telling me
it's
this.
a different. If you want to use it for gaming, Mac is not really. Even if it could power games and visually, graphically play it correctly, nobody makes games for Macs. So, or at least not a lot. So, it just makes more. See, here we go. It makes more sense to get like a PC, a Windows PC, to play games on. It's more versatile with stuff like that, and that makes sense.
Yeah.
But it's definitely hard to get used to because there's so many things I'm like, why is that happening? That would not happen on my Mac.
Yeah.
Like things just work on my Mac. I'm constantly getting error messages. This thing doesn't load. This thing doesn't open right. Like exe files that aren't opening properly, even though a game I played 10 minutes ago. It's like I don't understand like what's going on here. Stuff like that never happened on my Mac.
Yeah.
So is it because I don't understand it as much? Possibly. But I can guarantee you stuff like that was not happening on my Mac versus it is happening on my Windows.
Yeah.
And I spent just under $1,000 on my MSI laptop. But if I spent $1,000 on a MacBook, I would not have nearly gotten the gaming capacity whatsoever. So,
that's the thing.
But that's the thing. I also pick up my MSI laptop and I'm like, I feel like I could just snap this thing in half. This thing, you couldn't. This thing you could beat somebody with.
Yeah, it's ready to go to war.
Exactly. It's like an iron brick. That's why I love my Pro.
I dropped this on the hardwood floor in the living room the other day. It was so fucking dumb. I had it open. I'd like set it on the arm of the couch or something. And I thought when I did that, I'm like, oh, that could fall, but whatever. It's only going to be a second. I like turned my head, and of course it fucking fell. I was like, no! Everything was fine. That's probably why there was just that fucking glitch in the audio right there. Yeah. It's coming back for me. No, this I got. This is a mid 2012, I think. So at my old job, when new people started, they used to be able to pick what fucking equipment they wanted and shit.
Yeah.
And there were basically no limits. There probably should have been limits on what we were buying for people, but there were no limits.
Yeah.
And within reason.
Where do you work again?
It was within reason, of course. But somebody wanted a fucking Mac. And then that started a whole fucking... Because people would get iPhones. And people were like, oh, I'd like a MacBook too, please. And nobody knew how to fucking use Macs.
Yeah.
And everybody's getting Macs.
Probably, I'm sure. Like,
yeah.
Just different.
Our old organization president, he was a Mac guy. And he used to just be like, oh, people should get MacBooks, yada, yada. So then people were like, oh, yeah, I want a MacBook. No fucking clue how to use the shit. Yeah. My dad was always like, Microsoft certified, some bullshit. I don't know. He was like always big into fucking Windows. But then one day he started learning Mac shit and he was like, oh my God, I'm never going back.
Mac's efficient. It's efficient and it's simple.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends on what you're doing. It's just that simple.
So we had a guy who worked for us for like a while, and I don't think he literally did anything. Like, I think he just showed up to work. And this was his computer. So when he left, I was like, you had the option to buy your equipment, and because whatever this was worth, he didn't want to buy it. And I was like, well, then can I start using it? Mm-hmm. And that's how I used Macs in high school in a film class years ago. But then I taught myself how to use this again in 2013. And then when I finally left there in 2016, I bought it on my way out because I was like, I'm not buying my own fucking Mac. Mm-hmm. And like...
They're expensive.
Yeah, and I've already like poured my heart and soul into this thing. Like I upgraded the RAM, I upgraded the hard drive. Like I did all this shit myself, not on the work dime. Mm-hmm. But I knew one day I would just buy this. And I fucking love it. I didn't really use my computer for a bit. I was using my iPad for a bunch of shit. Mm-hmm. But Now I'm back to using my Mac more because
And that's cool too, because I actually don't utilize a lot of the features like the iCloud and stuff like that. That stuff's annoying to me. I don't really like it that much, but if you have like Apple, iPad, MacBook, iPhone, and you just sign into your iCloud, your pictures are literally everywhere stored on the cloud, and it's just easy peasy everywhere.
It's awesome.
You get an Apple TV for your TV. Boom. It's on there. It's just everywhere. Your music library, everything. There's no weird transfer going on. From one app to another. You're not using OneDrive and then Dropbox and then, your Google App Store for music. Like, that's so many locations it's just unnecessary. Whereas all this is under Apple. It's just everywhere. If you have your Apple ID, you have everything.
Yeah.
If it's on the iCloud, which I don't really use that because I really only have my phone, so it's not really worth it to me. But
I think we may have talked about it on an episode with you. Like, I use iCloud for fucking everything,
and it's efficient. It works.
All our tax documents, everything. So like when we go fucking meet with our CPA or whatever to do our taxes soon, like I'm literally just gonna pull out my phone and be like, "Here's this, here's this, here's this."
AirDrop. Boop boop.
Yeah, gotta love it.
AirDrop is amazing too.
Yeah,
I love AirDrop.
Oh my god!
People are always like, "What's AirDrop?" I'm like, dude, if you're next to somebody that has an iPhone, AirDrop it. It's like instant. Yeah, and you can do so much, like file size.
That fucking night amazing. You were texting me, and I was like, my iMessage isn't working. I was trying to just. It was so dumb. I was trying to send one picture of our cats to Heather sitting on the couch next to me. Finally, I had to just AirDrop it. I'm like, why don't I do this all the fucking time?
It's so much quicker because if you think about the communication process. It's not going from phone to Wi-Fi to tower to Wi-Fi to their phone.
Yeah.
Whereas now it's just going phone. That's it.
Yeah, I love it.
Of course it's quicker.
I love it so much.
It's great.
I think like I can even AirDrop shit from like my phone to my fucking MacBook. Like
I used to always do that too. Yeah, communication between that stuff is easy peasy too.
This technology is wonderful.
It's like how else? Like I also don't know how to because I don't have that. But how would you do that on Android? I'm assuming it has to be through some other app.
Yeah.
I'm assuming like
that's how everything works with them. It's like all third party shit. And
you download Dropbox and then you put it on Dropbox and you open Dropbox on your computer and there it is. Okay, I get it. But that sounds clunky to me.
Yeah.
That sounds a little indirect.
Yeah.
Same idea, same process, but you kind of went in an arc rather than straight. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, so that's kind of my opinion about all that Android stuff. It's always kind of just like, yeah, it gets you there, but I'm, how am I getting there?
How many steps?
I think for most people, the reason why Apple just works better because it's simple. You don't have to figure things out.
Yeah.
Android, you have to figure it out. You have to download this app to make that app work to go to do this, to do that. It's just a lot of going on. And like, I don't know, when you download an app, it like disappears on like an Android. I'll be on like, I'm always, for like my job, I'm always on other people's phones.
Yeah.
Like messing around, doing stuff. And when I go on an Android, it is impossible to find apps.
I don't know. My fucking mother-in-law uses an Android and she'll ask me for like help with it. I'm like, bro, I got no clue what the hell you're doing. I have no idea.
Like I know there's like this apps like section. Like I get it. Like Android has the same sort of thing as like an iPhone. You have like a home screen. You can move apps to it. But when you download an app originally, it just goes inside this huge folder of apps.
Yeah.
And that's always how it is. It's huge folder of apps. Mind you, people do the same things on iPhones. You have like 25 pages of apps. Like, like, come on, man. Like, organize that. Like they're like, where's my app store? Like, they're searching. I'm like, you don't know where it is yet? Like, I mean, like, put it in the same spot. Like, if you like back up your phone and you get a new iPhone, it goes in the same exact spot. Like, literally, it doesn't move.
I fucking my Vizio TV. It was one of those SmartCast ones, so it came with like a little Droid tablet. I never use it because I don't like the Droid anything. Now as I'm sitting here, I realize I don't even remember my little swipey fucking code to get into it. I should figure that out.
Probably sounds stupid.
Yeah, well, because you know how like I don't know if every droid does it, but like instead of a numerical code to get in, it's like the grid. Yeah, you got to fucking swipe.
Yeah.
And I definitely made a stupid shape, and now I'm sitting here randomly, just fuck. I gotta figure that out. I'm gonna be locked out of that tablet forever. But you have to drive around a lot for work, or
yeah, I drive around. I'm like almost every day. I'm like meeting somebody new.
Dang, how far
and I'm
like
like
around
approaching
do you have to
into
drive?
and I'm like walking into their house. I mean, like, hey, my name's Mike. Like, oh, hi, nice to meet you. I'm like, mind if I get a look around? And it's always that like constant, just like, ha ha ha, yeah,
Yeah,
blah
being
blah blah
cheery
blah.
with the customers. Oh my god! See, I
love making jokes too. I'm always like I'm always like fucking with people. It's just funny. It gets people loosened up, and I don't know, I just enjoy it, and it makes me enjoy my day more too. I say like stupid shit, and they're like, and I'm just like, like this is great.
Have you been listening to Can We Go Downstairs?
Yeah, I listen every now and then. There's so many podcasts I listen to.
Oh, you can't listen to the one you fucking appear on sometimes?
I said I do sometimes. I definitely don't listen to all of them.
One of the more recent episodes, Sean was talking about how you like.
Maybe I should listen. You guys are talking about me now.
Yeah,
Jeez,
we were talking about you in one of the most recent 4. I can't remember which one of the 4, but you came up and because we were talking about you seeing Drew.
Oh, yeah.
Not romantically. But then Sean was saying how you like if a situation's awkward, you'll just straight up be like, "So this is awkward," and like you just. I don't know. He was talking about your social interactions and
you have to.
How you
at least for
deftly
me,
navigate
it makes
them.
everybody feel better.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not the only one that feels awkward. I'm just the only one that announced it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's not just me.
Well, it's like in school when they're like, feel free to ask a question because you're not the only one.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
it's the same concept.
And then once one person gets started, everyone gets a little more comfortable and they kind of say something too, It just like breaks that little wall that everyone's like, and you're like, this is weird. And you're like, yeah, I know this is really weird. And then you can spit it out. Like, I get it. Yeah, this is weird. I don't know you either. Yeah. You know what I mean, this is weird. I get it.
I feel
I'm
like
walking into your house and I have no idea who you are. Do you know what I mean? It's
now
weird.
I got to hang out with you here and fix your shit.
Exactly. So I get it. Like, well, something broke again, huh? You know what I mean? My thing is like, whenever I'm leaving somebody's house, because obviously, like, they have to pay for me to come out. So obviously, I mean, when they see me, it's associated with a price.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So usually, whenever I'm leaving somebody's house, I say, "No offense, but hopefully I don't see you again, right?"
Yeah.
They're like, "Yeah, I know," and then I'll be like, "Well, unless we want to." And then he's like, "Ha ha ha, yeah, blah blah blah." You always got to make stupid jokes like that.
It doesn't have to be goodbye.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be goodbye, but it comes with a price. I mean, stupid shit.
Well, because I feel like we sort of had that moment when we fucking met back in September because we were at that show and like I didn't fucking know anybody else there.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, Mikey Sez, I'm just going to hang out with you.
Yeah, I'm like totally cool with me. I don't know anybody either. I barely listen to this music.
You play Mass Effect.
Yeah, exactly.
Man.
Exactly. And like, so you just find like something to relate about and you start talking about it. That's it.
Yeah. And now you're here.
Like, yeah, exactly.
Filling in the gaps.
Look at me now. Yeah.
Filling in the gaps on Can We Go Downstairs that you don't even listen to.
Well, honestly, you know what it is? It's most of the time the topics, the headlines. I'll read the headlines, and if it's something that I know a lot about, I'll watch it.
Yeah.
Like if it's honestly anything UFC, I don't have much to say
You're
about
not the
that.
first to say, like...
Do you know what I mean? Well, and that's how it is with anything. It's got to be almost like clickbaity.
Yeah.
In a way, you know what I mean? It has to like appeal to everybody somehow.
Yeah. See, that's why like the other guys, they're good with like situationals and like Drew asked a bunch of like they're fairly simple, but like questions like what's the most interesting place you've traveled and shit. And I don't do any of that. I'm just straight nerdiness. Like, let's just get down to fucking business here.
That's kind of the way I am, because like whenever I see anything that revolves around anything involving like a movie or show, whatever, I'm interested in what that has to say.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's just my interest. So it's just that simple.
We we got to bang out a fucking another episode here, and that's when we should get into like movies and shows and whatnot.
Dude, I was already looking at your library here. I was seeing shit that I'm like, oh shit, you have a book about that?
Oh,
so
yeah, dude.
I didn't comment anything yet because I'm racking this shit up in my head.
So hopefully we fucking actually use these episodes, or I'm gonna be really mad at Sean. But
no, we should. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever. It's
you're only taking time out of your life, and I'm taking time out of my life to do this.
Gives me somebody to talk to.
Yeah,
doesn't happen very often.
All I wanted was a friend. but yeah. So many thanks. Maybe this will be the first episode of. It's not the first to air this decade because we had some from our last round of taping that aired. But
it's the first recorded.
Barring some clutch like weekend taping or something, this very well may be the 36th episode of Can We Go Downstairs?
Nice.
Or we'll have to save it up for another emergency situation. I don't know. But
then we'll have to cut all this stuff that we just said earlier about all that stuff.
Fuck it.
Who gives a
Whenever
shit?
this comes to you, that's why this episode was taped. So
Here we are.
Yeah. Squeeps up.
Squeep.
Nice. All right, let me fucking save that before shit goes amiss.